What's up, everybody? Brett here. We're back playing some more Battle Brothers. And if I don't sound too excited, guys, I am excited. I'm happy to be back. I know it's been a bit of a long hiatus since my last upload in this playthrough. But that's partly because I've been off camera trying to make moves and make plays in the Black Monolith. And partly because I've been somewhat in mourning for how, hard that fight dug into our brothers. And we lost Ivar, who was a really strong two-hander for us. Had a lot of character, led to a lot of kind of quirky events as a raider. We had Hondo the Brutal, who was a companion bro who had been around since the beginning, 505 days. Absolutely insane. And he was one of our strongest brothers as well. He was our two-handed great sword brother. And we had Sir Verandox the Different, who had a pretty unique build. And he was our experimental throwing weapon, bro, and he was very good at that. He also had one of our hammers. We had Burnfree the Solid, probably our strongest spear, bro, and Sir Willem, our most promising new addition to our team, a two-handed mace, bro, who was, I think, an adventurous noble. And yeah, so we lost 5 really powerful frontliners. So just to fill you guys in, alright? In my free time, I probably tried to do the Black Monolith fight about 20 more times. Multiply that by like the 20 minutes each on average. That sometimes, I got 30 minutes into the fight. Sometimes I recognized after 10 minutes that I couldn't do it without substantial losses. So I spent a lot of time trying to do that fight over and over again. None of which I put on camera. I was trying to basically, my best hope was to get through that fight losing maybe 1 or 2 or even 3 brothers instead of, 5. But every time it was just so difficult. Now, I'm not saying that I can't do it, because I think if I did it even more times, honestly, I could probably even get to a point where I could beat that fight without losing a single brother. There were so many times where I felt like I was just on the tipping point, and then something bad would happen, and I would, Sir Steinhardt would go down to like 4 lucky hits in a row, and the next thing you know, he's horrified. It's like, boom. I had one fight that I did off camera where I took down about 20 of them without almost taking a hit. And I was like, oh my god, this is going to be the one. I was about to start recording it, and then next thing you know, Sir Steinhardt takes like 4 pole arms to the face. And then, like I said, he gets horrified, and then that's it. He gets nuked, then that whole flank that I had he was protecting gets destroyed, and it just crumbled from there. Whereas, the percentage chance of those guys hitting me like that on a character like Sir Steinhardt is so low. One thing I was thinking for the whole fight that he had was underdog, and he does not have underdog. That would have been important for me to know. I was operating under the assumption that he did have it, and once I realized that he didn't, I was trying my strategy once again with him tucked into the formation, because I was essentially using him as a lone wolf bro with underdog, and when he would get surrounded like that, their percentage chance to hit him would go up, and then his dodge, wouldn't really, protect him all that much. So anyway, guys, we lost some very powerful frontline brothers, but our core is still intact. We still have Arazel, our sergeant. He is fine. One of our strongest bros from the beginning. Ragnar the Learned made it out. He's our best crossbow and banner wielding brother. We still have one original companion left, Raymond, our original archer bro. And we didn't lose a single, archer unit in that battle, mostly because we didn't take them. So we still have our powerful backline brothers. Lance is still alive. Probably arguably our strongest brother. I think Wilhelm would have given him a run for his money had he been able to make it to level 20. Wilhelm being our brother who was wielding, Sir Emmerich's Earthshaker. That guy was strong too, and I think had he been able to make it to 20, he would have probably surpassed Hondo and started, being even better than Lance. But Lance, at the moment, is our most powerful brother, right up there with Sir Steinhardt. So Sir Steinhardt being another key brother. So if I had to kind of rank our brothers in terms of how crucial they are to our team's success, it would probably be something like this. Let's see here. Yeah, something like this. And these guys are kind of interchangeable. Some Spear Bros. You know, Steezy's a solid character for his resolve purposes. He would have made a pretty decent backup Sergeant, or even a Banner Bro if we needed him to. Wouldn't have been actually, he wouldn't have been a good Banner Bro. His perks, he's basically an Axe Shield Bro. He wouldn't have been good holding the banner. But he would have been a backup Sergeant if we needed him. Let's say if Arizal went down. And he's going to be pretty crucial in the upcoming Witch Hut fight. So that's basically all we have left to do, guys. And I would probably actually order this a bit. No, this is about how I feel in terms of the units we have left, how crucial they are to our build. So we have one of our Lone Wolves still intact, our true Lone Wolves with Underdog. Sir Steinhardt, with the reproach of the old gods, we certainly could not afford to lose him. And, you know, at the end of the fight, we got back all of our arms and armor. It looks like we got every single piece back, which isn't always the case. I don't know if there's a special rule for unique equipment, if you're guaranteed to get it back. But it looks like we got the majority of our armor back, and I've already redistributed it amongst our units. Sir Chris here, who's used the winged mace this whole time, I decided to go ahead and give him Sir Veradox's hammer, the infamous Iron Warper. He doesn't have any type of weapon mastery, so that's fine. He'll use this for now, and that was a nice step up for him. I moved around some weapons, nothing too serious, because at this point in the game, everyone's kind of has their own mastery. You know, I'm not gonna just. This might be a better weapon than this, but I'm not gonna switch them out because he doesn't have the mastery. But anyway, so I try to give everyone better armor, just giving them better gear, and getting them set up for the upcoming battles we are going to be doing. So let me just take a second here to rearrange my units back to how I had them. I done messed up. Anyway, it's not that important. I think I wanted him on the outside, him here, something like that. Something like this, like that. Okay. Alright guys, so this is what we're going to do now. This is the plan. We are going to head over to Sudfest. We're going to sell the stuff that we don't need. We're not exactly rolling in money. And we don't even exactly need to pick up new brothers. But the problem is, the fight that we have left is an extremely tough one that relies heavily on resolve to get it done. So I think what I'm going to have to do, and some of you might be excited about this, and I'm happy if you are, but we might have to do some more grinding. Is that brigand chasing us? I was like, I don't know how beat up we are, but that's still a mistake. Let's head into Sudfest. Maybe we can make it in before nightfall, please. And we did. Okay. Let's see what the prices are like here. I think they're pretty good. I can just kind of tell from looking at some of the numbers. Yeah, and I think we go ahead and sell. We want to hold on to a lot of stuff, but we don't need to hold on to everything. We'll certainly hold on to every unique thing that we have. So let's take a look at, you know, our gold right now, about 12k, right? 12.1, and we're just going to start selling. We don't need these crypt cleavers; those are super expensive. Man, I kind of wanted to keep a war scythe. I might hold on to that for a minute. Get rid of all the Kopeshes. We don't need the wing mace or these ancient swords. Remember, we're holding on to the gnarly staffs as one-handed maces for the upcoming Witch Hut fight. Get rid of all the helmets. We killed so many honor guard. Ancient scale, that's 210. I'm interested in looking at these because they are kind of tiered. They're interesting to see which ones, you know, have what strength. And then we can get rid of all the gems and things that we don't need. So I'm also tempted to sell off the weakest Lamellar harness. I don't think we need that anymore. What else? We probably picked up a bunch of these as well. Let's get rid of 2 of those. The Shimmering Ashes. We killed some Necro Savants in that fight, and we need all the tools we can get. We could use another War Dog. That was a pretty expensive one, but that's okay. We'll take him. We lost a lot of dogs in that fight. So guys, what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to accept Battle Brothers, you know? And in modern video games today, too many times we play a game and we just have the option to reload and reset. And the consequences mean nothing, right? Right now, I'm actually feeling, for like the last week or so, I've been feeling like the tragedy of our loss. And it's like actually affected me. And you don't get that with just every video game, you know? Some people might think that's a good thing. Some people might think it's a bad thing. I happen to think it's a good thing. I was actually invested in my characters, you know. And some of you who watched the playthrough, I know you were invested as well. We lost a lot of named brothers that were named after subscribers, and I hated that so much that I just felt like, you know, I couldn't keep playing like that. But it is amazing that this game is good enough to affect me in that way. I'm just deciding on a few last second changes. So, I mean, do I need 2 full helms when I have Sir Alberic's feathered, you know, helmet here? I don't think I do. We're going to look to pick up more brothers, probably more frontline brothers, adventurous nobles, witch hunters, even retired soldiers wouldn't be terrible, but just because they'll have huge resolve, which is what we need for the last fight. But it's going to take a lot of grinding for me to level them up. I'll have to take advantage of training halls and things like that. There's one here. Let's take a look at what's on offer here. So they have a retired soldier. Comes with a couple levels on him. We don't need any hunter types or bowyer types. See, here's an adventurous noble, and actually a pretty cheap one too. I think we're going to pick up this guy, Sir Dankred. A minor noble, Sir Dankred's life at court was not exciting enough for him with the endless studying of court etiquette and family lineage. Wearing the family crest proudly, Sir Dankred rode out to make a name for himself and be knighted for his valor. We're going to hire him. Adventurous nobles are a top tier type of pick, and his gear is not very expensive, so we're not paying for that, which I like. He has no buffs at all in terms of different traits that he could have, but he also doesn't have any negative ones, so that's not awful. His stars are just really crappy, but he has high resolve. He comes with high resolve, he has decent HP, comes with decent melee skill, just no stars whatsoever. This guy will probably end up just being a shield bro, and there's nothing wrong with that. Let's hook him up for the moment with some kind of standard gear. Man, we lost so many two-handed bros. We don't even really have like a great one-handed weapon for him. Give him a dog. I'm still, you know, his stats aren't great, his stars aren't great. He's just going to end up being tanky with all these hit points. And we'll make sure to take as many good melee skill rolls and melee defense rolls as we can. Try and get him quickly, you know, high in resolve. Oh, his fatigue is awful. Probably because of the lamellar harness. We just dropped a ton of fatigue on him. Yeah, let's check out his perks. First things first is always student. And then now, yeah, okay. What do we get? What do we take? Definitely want to take a 4 in fatigue and a 4 in HP, I feel like. And then I think we'll just take a 2 here in melee skill. And call that good. And we'll slip him into our front line somewhere. I'm looking right now at the resolve on Yaku and Isaac, and they're actually pretty good. I'm just trying to think of who we take out to try and level this guy. And I think we just take out one of our backliners, like perhaps Ramen here, or even Oz, potentially. I feel like we just take out Oz. And we'll stick him right there and try and level him up. So, not a bad pickup, not the best pickup. He was relatively in our budget. which is kind of the important thing. We can visit the armor. I doubt they'll have any great gear for us at this point in the game. Contract is available. Kill marauding greenskins around Strandekai. Where exactly was Strandekai again? Oh, down here it's 4K. You know what? I think we do that. That sounds. We need 4,000. We need the experience, and we need to take a battle. So right now, guys, our current ambition is going to help us to get into the witch's hut. So by killing 4 areas filled with undead, we're going to unlock a new necklace that makes one of our characters immune to mind control. This is greenskin. These are greenskin footprints, so we're just going to follow them here. How many? Only 12? Okay, we're going to wreck these dudes. But first, so this is something I wanted to bring up, but I kind of forgot. We still have some. Do we have any injuries? That's a big thing. Okay, no injuries, surprisingly. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to bring up too, that I was so like shattered by that fight that I didn't really get a chance to be hyped and go over something that I'm actually really hyped for, which is the Emperor's armor. So now we have the full set on Lance, and he looks like an absolute, badass with this. And we're going up against orcs, so let's give him the orc trophy so he can't be stunned. I think that's a cool synergy there. But I've been thinking about what to put on this armor. And I kind of want to know your suggestions before I do anything. The easiest thing to put on it would be bone platings. But the whole point of this armor is to get hit because it reflects damage. So I kind of just want to put more durability on it. So it's at 380 right now compared to, I gave Aracel the Venerable Ward, which is a 446 because it has the Lindworm Cloak. So I kind of wish that I could put a Lindworm Cloak on it and further increase its durability so that when he takes the hits, he takes more hits because he also has Battle Forged, but then he can reflect more damage back. We want him to get hit, and kind of the opposite of getting hit is something like bone platings. But I mean, bone platings is just not bad. For the moment though, I think I'm going to put a direwolf pelt on it, just for a little bit more durability, and I do like also the resolve check, especially against orcs. But it's free. I mean, it's essentially free right now. It makes him look awesome. But I think what I'm leaning towards right now, and these are kind of our options. I have the heraldic shoulder plates, which are plus 40 durability. They're huge, but they'll look stupid, so I'm not sure. I kind of don't want to use them just because they'll look stupid. But the protective runes are a great option. The unhold fur cloak, probably not necessary. Would look great, though. And then we have, of course, bone platings and, another direwolf pelt mantle. But just let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I think for, just for the moment, using one of these pelts is not a big deal. And bone platings would also be fine. But I would like to probably get, if I can, another Lindworm cloak. And if not, then one of these attachments here. But anyway, guys. Alright, let's jump in and fight these orcs. I just didn't want to forget and go into that fight without giving it any type of augmentation, because there's no reason not to. I like the direwolf pelt because it doesn't add any fatigue to him. Alright, let's start shooting berserkers. Fighting that many of such a difficult opponent can make you feel like your squad kind of sucks. Which is just absolutely crazy because we were dominating so hard before that fight. It's just a bit of like a gut check. Alright, let's take that high ground from them at Spear Wall. They may still be able to knock him down. But if they're knocking him down, then they're not attacking him. So that's fine as well. And Lance is going to draw some enemies up top. We are cool with that. And we'll Spear Wall on the outside edge here. So we're funneling them into the center, where we do the most damage. And we're going to step up That way we don't have to step up next turn. Because I'm pretty sure we have the initiative on them. And keep an eye out for our new buddy, Sir Dankred. Is it Dankred? Yes, Dankred. Once again, guys, if you're a subscriber and you want to, give a name to our new bro, Sir Dankred, he's now up for grabs. And he's going to be with us for a while. So here come the stuns. That sucks. Was really hoping to not have Sir Steinhardt stunned. That's great. Get rid of all the young and all the berserkers, and all you've got left is the warriors, and they're pretty prone to fleeing, especially when they're unsupported, which they will be in just a second. Yeah, I'm not stepping forward. So we didn't have initiative over this dude. Smack him in the head. No, that hurt. That weapon is so brutal. And they have a shield wall going, which is why I was hesitating. They're both next to each other using shield wall, and there's actually another one here. And we'll spear wall one more time. And we have an axe here, so we could have tried to break his shield, but the orc shields are like the toughest in the game. So trying to break their shields is generally just a bad idea. And all the time you spend trying to hack down a big metal shield, you could have just been trying to hit their bodies. And we missed their bodies there, which sucked. But okay, we're going to go for the sure thing on that guy, which is going to give us the Berserk reset. And let us spread a ton of lightning damage around. Spear wall doing work. So while Yaku and Isaac may be relatively weak brothers in the late game, for the early game for us, they did pretty dang well for just standard spear bros. They are spear masters, so they are still giving us, that zone of control. I still don't want to step forward with him. If he were a higher level bro, I would definitely be putting him here. But Yaku is still doing a good job of keeping him out of this position. But now we have a big dumb orc in our back line. We have to see what we can do about that. So he took some of that reflective damage. It wasn't much. Let's just jump in here and tie this dude down. And he is going to get smashed. And we're using Indomitable just to make sure we don't take a ton of, physical damage. And there we go, one routing. And now I think it's safe to jump in. And I know everyone kind of looks a little different too because they're using different armors now. So it might be hard to tell who's who. So I'm going to try and point it out whenever I can. Make sure I'm saying the right names. Because I had guys looking the same for so long and now everyone's, swapping armor. Alright, banner time. And Lance, Lance is just almost as strong as a character can be in Battle Brothers. He doesn't have, the perfect best stats. You can probably get people with just a bit better stats in this game. But for his, arms and armor right now, he's, pound for pound, one of the strongest characters in the game. The only thing that could make him even more, incredible would be if he was using the Reproach of the Old Gods. And we just made, a Battle-Forged brother that could do that. Instead of a nimble variant. And this is a pretty tiny fight for us. But without Hondo and without... Sir Varandox was pretty good at fighting orcs too with his hammer. Orc fights are going to be harder for us from now on, for sure. Yeah, Ivar was good at killing orcs with his two-handed axe, and so was Sir Willem with that big mace. So we will be trying to replace them, like I said, primarily with Adventurous Nobles. That's my preferred pick. I mean, this guy right here came with as much resolve as some of our other brothers have ended up with. So I think that's the right play. And we are, at the end of the day, trying to rejuvenate kind of our front line. But I don't want them all to be shield bros. I want them to be a good mix of two-handers. I want to be able to redistribute some of our best weapons and heaviest armors. And we can't do that if we just make a bunch of, one-handed bros. That's actually great for us. Can we shoot him from here? Yes, absolutely. I was going to say, please route this dude. We're going to run him down. Just need to get the kill. So, I don't know how many fights it's going to take for us to get back into the Witch's Hut. And I'm having fun playing the game right now. So, I'm not going to say that I'm going to, prolong it in any way. But I'm going to take my time getting there because it is the last fight that we have to do. And it's also going to be another one of those difficult Kraken style fights where it's just going to be like a big puzzle. And I envision us losing brothers in that fight as well. Just clear out our inventory. Probably not the best prices here. Keep our inventory nice and tidy. And for the most part, we just want to keep stocking up on stuff. They're pretty expensive here. I doubt there'll be any Adventurous Nobles hanging around for us. So let's go return to Sudfest and get paid. 4K for that easy fight is not bad. And when you include what we made off the equipment, I mean that was a pretty worthwhile fight. And that was a lot of experience for Sir Dankard. Pox Victim's Grave. That's an interesting one because we do want another thing with orcs. Destroy Ruin Lodge. That's kind of where we're going anyway. Yeah, we'll take that fight. And we need to fight undead, and this looks like the game is kind of just giving us some undead to fight. So what we can do, since it's dark, we'll just use this time to travel. We'll head down here to the Ruin Lodge, fight it. Hopefully find some orcs running away or something, so we can get more heads. Oh well, let's get into there. Basically an identical fight to what we just took. And then we'll take out the, we'll spend a second to kind of scout the area to see if we can gather more heads, make more crowns. But then on the way back, we will certainly take that undead fight to add to our ambition. So it's kind of nice the game just gave us that. You know what, I think I'll just leave Lance up here. No doubt these orc warriors will want to run forward and knock him down. We'll just pass. Nobody here is moving. We'll spear wall in case the berserker tries to go that way or whatever the orc young want to do. So there's almost no way we hold this high ground unless we use Indomitable. He went first this turn, so I'm hoping he'll go first again. So we're not going to move, we're just going to use Indomitable. They're going to charge at us. Probably won't be able to stun us. I think it makes us completely immune. I'm not 100% on that. Yeah, we don't really care who we hit. Alright, Indomitable pass. We'll wait and see who gets hit where. Just really want to get that Berserker out of here. They do way too much damage. Alright. That's fine. Okay, that spear wall didn't do much. But that was very good damage. And now we smash that dude. Let's shield wall just to make sure we don't get hit. And then from the high ground here, we can just smash him with a hammer. This is a perfect little like trio to get smashed by the lightning. Yeah, glad we put that shield wall up. Ooh, almost tried to move. Forgot he was in the back line. Let's yeah, take a shot there. Don't care who we hit. Raymond's got his legendary trident, I guess you could call it. Almost call it the legendary pitchfork. Wanted to shoot at him instead. He didn't have his shield up yet. This is bad though. Isaac is surrounded. These two fleeing is very good. We can devote more of our resources to protecting them now. That'll work. High ground beatdown. And just start taking shots into this upper area here. And he has taken the high ground. Yeah, can't really stop an orc from doing that without Indomitable. Step in, start putting some damage on him. Whatever, we'll just kill them, and then by rolling them up, we'll have freed up these guys to go do something else. Nice. Good kill. Luckily, we're killing them fast enough that they're not really getting a chance to go aggressive on us. And this guy has a broken nose, a bruised leg, and a crushed finger, and he's staggered. As long as we shield wall here, I think his defensive stats should be high enough to just be good. And we're back on the high ground. Good. And we left some brothers here just so that they couldn't run away. We need to get every single kill because we want the heads for the gold. Alright, a little bit of wavering. Just need to put a few hits on him and I'm sure he'll full on run. If we can help it, we don't want to keep wasting hits on this guy. We want to get this one to rout. Ooh, see, that could have been nasty. Never count out the orcs until they're actually dead. Alright, a good completes around. You know, in a way, I'm also a little bit happy that this has gone kind of the way it has. It's such a real Battle Brothers experience to lose bros, and we went such a long time in this playthrough without losing anyone. which is just not how most playthroughs of Battle Brothers goes. We lost people early on, we had that kind of, you know, initial tragedy, but nothing like the Black Monolith fight for such a long time. And it would kind of feel wrong for me to start a new playthrough without, you know, having the new Warriors of the North DLC stuff that's going to be coming out relatively soon. I'm very excited for that. I honestly can't wait. Ooh, that could be a good fight. It's going to add so much flavor to the game. The best thing about it is definitely the new starts. What do we take here? I like just pumping Resolve every single time we can. Melee skill can't really go wrong. And then just giving him some more fatigue is probably right. That's good. Sir Dankred is the important one. But yeah, right now, I mean, if I started a new campaign after doing the Witch's Hut, and if I just rushed over there and then tried to bully it as many times as it took until I did it, you know, I could probably do that, even just with the crew that I have right now. But I think that's, first off, that's not fun. But also, it's doing you guys a bit of a disservice. But I think I'm going to hold off on starting a new campaign until the Warriors of the North DLC comes out. And I just don't know when that's going to be. He has such bad range defense. He just has to have a kite shield. Give him 2 more there. And Colossus, I think, is going to be a must for him. It's going to put him up at some pretty huge hit points, because we've taken 2 4-rows so far. Very good. He may even level after this fight as well. Okay, let's get in there. But like I was trying to say, I mean, I keep getting distracted. My feeling is that once we get the new DLC, we are going to be able to start multiple new campaigns if we would like. Stepping up here kind of sucks because we opened up our backline to some of this fire. I thought for sure we would have initiative over these dudes, but I guess not. But I mean, we could have even as many. I don't know if I want to do as many as like 3 playthroughs at once, but I'm thinking of doing 2. Perhaps trying to do the one that I'm the most interested in, and then maybe seeing what you guys are interested in. Doing a bit of like a poll beforehand. Do some aim shots, see if we can't get lucky and hit them in the back line. We really don't care who we hit, we just want to hit somebody. Nice. And Lance is going straight in. Let's just go wide, give them more targets. I kind of also want to step forward with Sir Steinhardt and just get him to start running through. We'll hold him for one more turn, I guess. Their big boss here is Ingolf the Red, using a greatsword. Pretty dangerous enemy. We'll snipe him if we can. Alright, here come the shots. They may be going for our backline a bit. Yeah, from the high ground with an aim shot, they can definitely hit them. Wow, brave lad. And I will step forward. It lessens the amount of actions that I can take, but it's going to increase my accuracy, I say, before I miss a relatively easy shot. I really don't like that our new brother is the one out on the corner there. I feel like I'm going to one-shot this dude. Yes. Yeah, let's do this. We'll step in and then we'll move him to this high ground position. I think that's a pretty smart play. Yeah, we just needed one of those hits to land. So now we've effectively moved Yaku to the corner piece. And as a tanky spear bro, he's not going to have any trouble. What we don't want is for this jerk to use that damn axe and break one of our unique shields. We lost a unique shield early on. Ooh, that was rough. What a hit. Ow. That was a lot of HP. And that's why you focus down crossbowmen if you can. But this is going to get pretty gross here, now that Sir Steinhardt's in the back line. Come on. Pretty unfortunate misses there. Let's just start getting kills. If we can affect their morale, they'll stop shooting at us. Nice. Alright, now that he wants to run, that's great. They have one archer left, and he doesn't seem like he wants to play anymore. We send Sir Steinhardt. He can't quite reach. I'm expecting something bad from this great sword. He may just try and run. Wow, he ran past us. Well, we're not going to let him get away. We're just going to shoot him. His 9 lives saved him there. But we'll probably get him with that shot, and we certainly do. Okay. Chill for the moment. Let's get a little bit of a better surround. Help our bros here. Now their chances to hit are just much better. You know, we'll take him off the high ground. And knock him out of his shield wall. Almost. Yeah, some of these dudes will get away. Which kind of sucks, mainly just because I would love to get that pole arm just to sell it. We want gold right now just to buy new and better brothers. And we got the great sword. That's a good pickup. That's expensive. Man, we actually have the range to hit him. We're just kind of in the way. And I mean, we could drop a dog, but that's just not necessary. That'll take too much time. Wow, he rallied after that. Insane. It's over. Hope for some good loot. just a bunch of junk we can sell. Not bad. Oh, good crowns. Crowns plus furs plus a signet ring and a greatsword. I mean, that's a lot. And our bags are kind of full, but they're full of good stuff. Let's sell some of these heavy orc weapons that are worth a good bit. I also want to, or sell, I mean repair. I think I said that. Okay, repair the expensive stuff. I think the rest we can leave alone. Alright, and let's head back up into Sudfest. We're not going to get too much for the different, the heads. But we'll come back to this Pox victim's grave. I don't want to have to discard anything. So let's just make back to Sudfest before nightfall. Sell our stuff. Get our crown. See if they have another contract for us. They don't. But we can buy ourselves another stack of arrows. And we do really need tools. And dogs. So that kite shield. Trying to be very careful because we have so many important things in our inventory. We're going to hold on to these bludgeons. We had to get rid of some of them after the Black Monolith fight just to make room. But we were holding on to them for the upcoming fight. I think I'm just going to get rid of that war scythe. It's just kind of taking up space and I don't think we need it. So I picked up 80 tools. Yeah, we can buy the last one. Sell the amber. So we're over 30k now. We can check out the armor, see if they got anything new. I think this is a new shipment, but it's nothing that we need. The captain of the guard deserted a while ago to join a raider camp hidden in the steppe to the northeast. My uncle, who served under him, claims he raided the armory before leaving and grabbed a real prize. So the steppe to the northeast, it could be the crumbled shelter. Let's go do that. I mean, obviously I want to get this place, but it's not going anywhere. Oh my god, I don't want to fight Alps. There's only 5 of them, and they're the new Alps, who are supposedly a little bit easier. But, our team, I don't have as much confidence right now as I probably should, because we're still very strong. Let's hope they have some raiders in here, and we're going to get a unique piece of armor. Alright, so there are raiders. Step 1 complete. We probably still have a few, minor injuries. Not injuries, but yeah. See, we have a grazed neck here. That's not good. Probably should have pulled him out. Man, I kind of just want to jump in. Some dangerous weapons on this side of the battlefield. I see a lot of crossbows. A lot of big two-handed weapons. War brands are pretty scary. Okay. Juiced Crown Taker. So one of the things they talk about in the some of the info about the upcoming Warriors of the North DLC is that they understand sometimes that you go to one of these locations, right, expecting to get some really cool armor or a good weapon, and sometimes you just don't. And they're looking at ways, so they say, to figure out how to make sure that you kind of always get something good, or that you get something you can use. I'm not sure how they're going to tweak that exactly. Hopefully we'll get more details on that soon. But I mean, it was kind of a meme at this point, us getting 6 wolf hats. The wolf hats are great, don't get me wrong. They're perfect. But for us to get 6 of them before we got almost anything of any other type, a lot of the helmets that you see right now that we're using, I ended up having to buy those. So, and they're like duplicates and stuff. Where we naturally picked up 5 of the wolf hats and bought 1. Ooh, Aircel doesn't have the best armor right now. He's actually a bit hurt. Ooh, and they're throwing stuff at him. Well, he still has 100 armor. That's not nothing. These are raiders. I mean, we used to fight raiders with 100 armor. Now it looks like we're super vulnerable, but we're actually just fine. Ooh, and he wants to go in on Big Lance. Let's see how that works out for him. And we'll forego some of the easy shots. Yeah, that's what we don't want to happen. We don't want this like jerk here to break our damn like Kraken shield. Boy, that would make me mad. That would grind my gears. Let's prioritize him. Get him out of here. Okay, this dude is dead. 100%. And this other guy, we're going to just smash him. Jump in. Let's move forward with Sir Dankard, and I think we can also move forward here with Yaku. It's a little rough. You know, we're not going to move forward with Yaku. We're going to move forward with... we don't want to move forward with him either. Okay, they're all running. That's good. So I was trying to think of the angles to protect Ramen. They still have an active crosswoman and archer here, so I don't want to leave him without shields. I need to move forward. Sir Steinhardt is a fine choice. The archers are running away. So when they talked about the rare piece of armor, I don't think it's an armor that he's wearing necessarily, and that's good because we've already destroyed that armor. Boy, they're really using these rocks. Make sure he can't escape, and let's actually just drop a dog. So we tie down one extra. Dang, I thought we'd be able to shoot him, but I guess not. Yeah. Getting those free hits from the guys that try to run. Very strong. Now that he's running, we can chase a bit with Steinhardt. Yeah, we're never going to catch him. And we'll just get these last few kills, and then we will head back into the waste to take even more fights. There's another location right next to this, so if we don't get the whatever the rare armor piece is from this fight, and that other place also has raiders, I'd be willing to bet that's where it is. I mean, essentially right now it's showing that we didn't get anything from killing him. And his armor didn't look like anything special. And we will run them down, mainly because we've already got one of them surrounded, we might as well. We'll end the round. I mean, it looks like just a dagger and a quiver. So perhaps not worth it. And we'll give him a chance to run away. There we go. So what did we get? Sir Donatus Highland Helm. So this is a really good helmet to get in the early game, but it's not good for us at all. A metal helmet of northern design with added face mask and protective ear covers. It's expensive. at the very least. We picked up some tools, which is fine. Some food, which we kind of needed. Alright, so, I mean, it wasn't worthless, but that's definitely not a piece that we need. If we compare its stats, so let's check it versus one of these. That's not really a fair comparison either. We have some of these, so this causes 15 fatigue. I think we have one of these that's actually pretty light. It's like a 13. This is 14. So like minus 14 fatigue, the vision doesn't matter because it's still 2 vision. If this was only minus 1 vision, you could see using it as like a crossbow helmet. But with minus 2, it's basically worthless as anything but a frontline helmet. It's a great medium piece of armor if you have a build that's kind of built around not going too heavy, perhaps. I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to say. But this is an extra 70 armor for only 3 more fatigue and 1 vision, which, like I said, it doesn't really. The vision is irrelevant. So it's kind of fallen off. If we had gotten something like this much earlier in the game, we would be much happier to have it. We could see giving this perhaps to Willem the Pimp. But now that he has Nimble, I mean, the whole idea was to keep him in as light of armor as possible. And this is only 8 compared to the 11. And 3 fatigue actually matters on him. So we really don't have a home for this. We could give it to Sir Dankard right now as a way to kind of give him a little bit of his fatigue back, but I don't think that's worth it, sadly. Okay, so some more kind of strange rolls for us. We'll take another 4 in his HP, another 4 in fatigue, and I kind of want to just... We're not getting great melee rolls, but I think we just have to keep taking those like 4-4-2s. And we can give him Brawny right now, and that gives him 13 fatigue right off the bat. So not bad. And we'll take Shield Expert soon. And I'm not sure which weapon we'll give him. He's still only using an arming sword. I wish we've got to have something better than an arming sword for him. We don't, I guess. I mean, we have Scaredy here as using a noble sword. We'll just switch that up. And we'll give him this just to make sure that we don't accidentally take him into battle with nothing. Okay, that's good. Head back into Suitfest, sell, come back down to Pox Victims' Graves and call that a pretty good use of time. But guys, we're nearing an hour today, so I think I'm going to call it right now after I give you guys the satisfaction of watching me get a little bit richer, which is always some of the favorite parts that I have in other people's Let's Plays. I like watching people get rich. Be very careful. I mean, look how our good stuff is kind of interspersed. Once you sell, there's no like easy buyback. I wonder if there's a way to mark items so that you don't accidentally sell them. I do not know. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching our first recovery episode. We're going to do a few more of these where we just kind of bounce around. I check stuff out. I look for new brothers. I was very happy with our first pickup. And we're going to keep our eye out for even more of the Adventurous Nobles. I'm probably going to try and travel. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to try and travel to different parts of the world so that we can get a chance to get more Adventurous Nobles from different places. Another good place to look would probably be Schlamberg. Any major city is going to have a better chance of getting us those types of recruits. Eichenberg, Windfest, and Horngard are all major cities that we could go up to. And up north, there are a lot of these types of places, these ruins, that are just filled with undead. So I think after kind of clearing out this place here, we'll take out the Pox Victims' Graves, and I might come out here to deal with the Overgrown Foundations. Some easy warm-up fights, essentially, and they're going to be good experience for Sir Dankard, who's now drunk. Oh god, imagine if we gave him like an alcoholic trait. That would be awful. But anyway, we're going to knock those out probably next time on camera, and then we'll try to relocate. up north and maybe take some hard fights up there against the undead. Get ourselves our necklace from that ambition, and put ourselves in just that much better of a position to take on the witch hut. And all the while, you know, as we move up north, we're going to check the local towns for adventurous noble type units or witch hunters. I think witch hunters are also a pretty fine substitute. They're going to be cheaper as well. And yeah, that's what we're going to spend our gold on. We have the gear. We don't really need that. We just need the bodies. So just to have extra people, and we'll build them pretty much all the way around the idea of having great resolve so that the witches, the hexen, can't mind control them. So that's the whole thing. And that's what this the next several episodes is going to be about. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy our return to Battle Brothers, and look forward to the next couple episodes. And I am looking forward to finding out when the Warriors of the North DLC actually drops. I know it's soonish, like maybe a month or so. That might be a bit ambitious. It might be like as many as 2 months. But it's not that far off in terms of, you know, how long we've waited before for content for this game. So I'm hyped. Hope you are too. But anyway, guys, once again, my name is Brett, and my channel is Good Talk Gaming. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.